We back, y'all. I swear, somebody always calling while I'm blogging, but whatever, yo. It's the Six Paths Commandments. My second time trying to do this video. Okay? I'm about to, when people start calling and I see they number come across the screen, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and kill the call. Or just let it rock because I keep trying to like hang up and whatever and it keeps stopping the video. And it's just counterproductive to the things we have to talk about. We on the Six Paths Commandments. Here we practice and follow my six paths of health, which is mental, physical, financial, spiritual, social, and creative romantic. And we practice the diet and exercise of all six of those paths. And we like to look at everything, specifically battle rap, from the standpoint of psychological motivation, behavior, as well as competition and performance. So that's what I'm into. I've been battle rapping since 2014, on and off. Can't say I'm the most serious battle rapper, but I'm Six Paths Dice. Ask about me, YouTube me, let me know what you think. All right, I've been on a lot of different platforms. UW when that was a thing. Trap House New York, Trap House New Jersey. I've been on Gates of the Garden. I've been on Grid City, Showtime Battle League. I got bars, and I fuck it was a few other ones. And a few little one-offs, but I've been around. A few folks know me, so give you a little info about me, right? So we're getting back to this Eazy versus Goodz conversation because I'm so fascinated with Goodz' approach to the battle. So what made me want to do the video was the fact that everyone kept talking about this is the best counter writing that we've ever seen. I love to watch someone do something and then make it look almost effortless, or you not even doing you can't even fathom the work or the attention to detail they put into these rounds. Because it was like, man, I couldn't tell if Eazy was freestyling or not, man. Because Eazy, everything Goodz said, it was like Eazy had an answer for it. But when we get to, so with competition, right? What I noticed is that when we get to a certain level, it's no longer about you don't wash nobody or really beat nobody if y'all both come at y'all best. Because on that level, it starts to be a small margin of points. Y'all just basically are. It's like if this person's at 97%, you can just be at 99 and be winning by a few percent. Because that's what it is at a high level. There's only like washing someone or having complete dominance over somebody is when that other person is just not. They shouldn't be competing with you at all. But when you're in there with someone else who really does this, it's supposed to be like a small margin. But in this battle, you can just hear the attention to detail that Eazy put into everything. Like he made the point, even though I don't agree with this, I think this is bullshit when we said the whole thing about like, yeah, you buying this designer stuff, but rich dudes wear, white tees and Wrangler jeans. I don't know who told hood dudes that, or told black people that. I think y'all confuse what one person or what white guys or Asian guys are comfortable wearing with what we wear. If I'm a billionaire, it does not matter what I have on. I'm a fucking billionaire. If I'm a millionaire, if I want to be Gucci Louis down, so what? That does not mean I have less money. Does not mean my priorities are out of order. It doesn't, because the thing is, when y'all see niggas I'm sorry, niggas, but y'all see black men dressed nice or basically looking good or looking rich and stuff like that, you equate that with the dude in the hood who lived with his mama or lived with his family or live off his girl, but he wearing a Gucci belt. That's not the same thing if your stuff is together. That person's not wrong. But Goodz played into this whole angle because, like we said before, and I was talking about my boy Metalhead about this. Like, yo, one of the things you have to do when you talk to other guys, especially if they're not doing what you're doing, about coming up, about anything with money, anything with wealth, anything with like leveling up. You can't just be saying, yeah, I got this and I got that. Because in their mind it's like, okay, that's not happening to me. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like telling another guy about, I don't know, when you was pleasuring yourself. It's like, okay, well, okay, that's you. What am I supposed to say about that? That happened to you. You know what I mean? Like it's like, all right, and that's kind of how it can be. Because again, like I said before, I mean, like most people lose. Most people are not necessarily winners because most people don't. Most people are not really competitive. So, which and by default makes not so much that everyone is a loser, but it's like in comparison to a winner, like you can be kind of a loser. They may feel like a loser because in their mind they maybe haven't thought about the stuff you're talking about. A lot of times people feel uncomfortable. It's not because they disagree with you. They just maybe haven't thought about it, you know. And also when Goodz is talking about what he got and what he doing stuff like that, which we kind of all knew he was going to do that, because that's his way of dominating you or putting you in a position where you can't say anything back. But you know, I gotta give it to Eazy. I think before I go into battles, I always have the aspiration of planning on that level where you know I'm gonna think of this, I'm gonna think of that, I'm coming from this angle, I'm coming from that angle. But Eazy really had an answer for everything Goodz said and did, even from in the first round. Him, you know, turning up on Goodz and getting super upset because Goodz is talking through his round and trying to do like the stuff he does to, you know, make it seem as though he's unbothered by his opponent. And people talked about that. I wonder if Goodz will be visibly bothered by what Eazy does. And it's like, you know what? Goodz might not even be watching Eazy's footage like that. He may not even be as familiar with Eazy as we think he should be. Gotta understand, it's a difference when we're fans and we're gonna watch these different things, right? Versus someone who does it. Like, you know, like I do battle rap, so I'm just not, I am always a fan, but I'm not rushing or dying to see every battle. Even though I have the app, you know what I mean? I support the app and whatnot, but I'm not dying to see everything on there. For one, I don't have the time to or the motivation to. And also, shoot, Brody, I can't watch you battle rap because I gotta go battle, bro. I got 3 battles this month. Okay, I got 2 online battles and I got an in-person battle. Shout out to Benji Kofreshi. So I'll be seeing that young man on the 6th. Gonna be in Brooklyn. I have to find the name of the league and whatnot. It's not a league I've been on before. My man Pusha got me on the card, so there's been a little rescheduling and whatnot. So you know, things happen. So I'm here. But you know, so I'm preparing for 3 battles right now, so I'm not even trying to even hear the stuff. So like when I'm hearing the battle, it just don't seem like Goodz. It's 2 things. I don't think he wasn't thinking past just writing the material. And I can imagine, so you don't battle rap. When the hell do you practice writing battle raps if you don't battle rap? Or if you battle once a year? If that. So last couple of battles Goodz had was in 2021, I believe, the beginning of 2021, he battled Geechee. In 2020, no, not even 2020. I can't, no. 2019, did a 2-on-2 with Clips versus Hitman and John John. And I think before that was nothing. I'm sorry, then before that, a year or 2 before that, he battled, I think a year before that, he battled T-Top. Just saying, I mean, I don't know. That's the same as Floyd Mayweather is taking a fight, but he's not going to work out before the fight. He's just saying, all right, it's going to be when? It's going to be next month? All right, see y'all there. And then in between that, he just say, all right, it was who? Okay, well, he not doing no cardio. He not running. He not necessarily training. He's not spending much time in the gym. You know, just not doing any of that stuff. And it's like, what's supposed to happen? The other guy wants to win. What's supposed to happen? So the way that, and I'm like, you know, and also Eazy is opening our minds to how to approach battling. Because I mean, honestly, Eazy was not rapping as good before. I don't think y'all remember. I think he was good. I mean, I thought he was pretty good before. I'm not saying I didn't like his material, but I wasn't like, you know, ecstatic about it. It wasn't like, oh my God. It was just like some of that shit was good. Some of that shit was really good. But when he battled, I think like around when he battled Danny Myers, Cortez, and T-Top, you know, when he had those battles back to back, and he edged all those battles because he didn't really dominate. He didn't necessarily win them. He's more so he edged them. He did good enough to win because he's a vets. And he was dominating, and what Eazy was doing is Eazy's very good with making good points because talking to somebody, it's a mixture of a lot of different things. It's also about your knowledge of culture, because this is kind of where you can do teaching, and also we can play the accountability game, and this is where honor and wisdom, you know, can play a path. So that's another path of energy and battle rap is doing the honor and wisdom thing, where For one, I'm checking you on who you are. What is your character? Where you come from? These are the codes that I follow. These are the rules that I follow. This is the rules that me and my people abide by. It's the cloth I'm cut from. You know what I mean? Information. Giving information. So I think in the first round, I forget. I think Goodz had his line in the second and third round where he said, fix your posture. You don't even stand like us, right? That was it. That was humanizing. You have to make these guys human. And Goodz didn't spend enough time, even in the beginning. The first round should have been about making him look human and making good points. But we can't do any of this fly shit if the MC is, for one, you gotta give yourself time, not a superhero. Every time we see Lux up there, you're looking at a rusty Lux. He's always rusty. He's so good that you don't realize as much. Little one. Go play in the room. Play in the room. Lux raps so good that we don't notice that. We know he's rusty, but it's still good. But it's like, all right, where's your moves, or where's the rest of it? And people don't. I don't know. It's like, you don't want to overthink things, but you also don't want to oversimplify things too. And Goodz might have oversimplified his approach. I'm like, fam, this is going to take strategy to beat him. You're not going to be able to beat him with aura, because another thing is the fact that he's just not someone who's new and is just up there. Like, the best way I heard it put was Daylight said he bring you back to that DVD feel. He bring you back to that Black Star feel, right? And that's because when you watch these old battles, these battles were done with dudes who thought that they was going to get a record deal. And they was battling for their life. So they was like, all right, man, if I keep doing these battles, and especially when the camera came out, I'll be able to get a record deal, or I'll be able to do something to feed my family. Whereas now, a battle rapper can just battle rap. And now it's a whole industry and business around battle rap where like now, I will be blogging on battle rap forever. Because if someone like Chris Bias can make $2,300 a month doing a few videos, and with just 90,000 views, I'm like, fam, if I put out 30, 40 videos a month, I give you a video every single day on something, give you 2 videos a day, now maybe not right now, but in the future, So, but that does change how artists sound if they don't have aspiration to make any music, which is why the musical component is so important for an artist. Because if there's no musical component to you, first of all, there's not going to be much ambition in how you rap. Because you're not trying to get anywhere, you're just rapping. It's like, Clips is one of the GOATs. But I think would have helped Clips, all of them, if you was doing some music, because it's like, all right, now you're transferring your influence in battle rap over to music and social media. Well, I'm sorry, from battle rap to social media to music, and all you gotta do is keep making music until you get something. You know what I'm saying? Because really, for the most part, Surf just kept making music. I don't think that. Well, I haven't listened in a minute, but I think that Surf gonna keep making music until he gets one of those classic type projects, because that's what it takes. Back in the day, you would hear artists say, "I got 200 songs in the vault, 300 songs in the vault." Now you're never gonna hear any of those because that's not where we was at in terms of songwriting back then. So battle rappers didn't have it. Not battle rappers, but rappers in general, weren't. It's not how it is now, where it's very easy to make a good song. Let's think about that, right? The production is there. First of all, production's everywhere. Like, you can get beats anywhere. Beatstar.com, any one of these sites, but Beatstar in particular. I'll pull out later, okay? Pause. I'll pull out later. But not yet. Okay? We still gotta go for a walk, okay? Be done soon. But production's everywhere, right? And also people like Future, people like Future, people like Drake, T-Pain. I always say these people. Those are the kind of people who I feel like made the hotness more accessible, because for one, I don't know, because it's a lot more imitation that goes on, and a little less originality in terms of the people who are made popular. I'll put it like that. The people who are popular, people who are on the radio. I always think about. So tired of giving y'all this culture. But I always think about when I was in the car, right, and I was telling my sister how much I like this this little ad lib at the end of the Salon song, and I thought that was Kodak Black, and she laughed and said, "That's Playboy Cardi," and I was just like stunned. I'm like, "What do you mean it's Playboy Cardi? That sound like Kodak Black." That never happened in our era. It's never going to be a time where you're going to confuse someone else with Jay, or confuse someone with like. Gorilla Black and Sean didn't necessarily even sound like big, really. It just sounded kind of similar. That ad lib at the end of the All Meta record from Solange, I can't even say the words because it's like a she's like a sample in that song. But anyway, at the end of that record, you hear this kind of like scatting, freestylish, kind of like mumble type thing going on, and I'm like that. I just knew that was Kodak Black, and that wasn't him. But anyway, I'm just saying it's changing the sound of the music, and so obviously Eazy does do music. You know, he put out a record called Top Tier last year, and he really kind of has been doing everything right. And but I'm saying, but what he's bringing is a different passion, and he's reminding us of what it sounds like when a nigga really want this. When he really want to win, and he's not just saying I want to win, he's actually thought about it and used his intelligence to figure out how to win. Not only that, the self-awareness, because he's consistently gotten like a lot better over the year. Because I guess in a lot of ways, it's like he's gotten better so fast that it's hard to accept how good he's gotten. You know what I mean? Like, because he's edged. Again, his wins are edges. He didn't like wash Sean. He didn't wash any of them. He edged all of them. But going back to what Goodz was doing wrong in this battle, again, like another reason why Goodz didn't have no strategy, you can't have strategy for something that you don't think about doing all the time or you don't do all the time. So me, at this point, I always say I'm going to put more thought into how I approach an opponent, but I know my basics are so much more important. Like me being able to entertain you and say things that you understand is way more important than me trying to go for this crazy angle. And again, angles and backstory and story mode. And so story mode is when it's what it sounds like. It's when you're saying things in a particular order, or you're talking about something that happened, or you're trying to paint like a certain kind of picture. You know what I mean? And it's not, and there's not a lot of similes in it. There's not a lot of things that make you go ooh and ah. You know what I mean? And that can an artist will kind of get sucked into their own hubris, where Levi, I'm doing a video, where they get sucked into their own hubris of yo, this is hot, or when they're writing it. Well, the way I always see it is like they're like a mad scientist when they write. They're like, I'm gonna say this, ooh, and I'm gonna say this, and it's like, fam, someone has to listen to this and enjoy it. Do you want people to enjoy it, or do you want to write album lyrics? So, because like you're thinking about. You're giving yourself a luxury that you don't have, which is the luxury of one, somebody wanting to think that hard. That's one luxury. Two is that they don't want to be entertained. I'm sorry, I want to be entertained. I'm sorry. Like, I respect what Kendrick does. I think that's a great album. I know it's a masterpiece, but I know that I'm not going to listen to most of it, because most of it is not enjoyable music. A lot of it is artistic music that I know is good. But I'm like, I can't walk around. I can't go on my walk to this music. I can't dance to it. I can't really ride to it. I can't really live to it. I can like digest it. And I'm like, and I get it. Kendrick, and I respect the fact that Kendrick creates content that you got to keep coming back to digest. Like, he has this record after Rich Spirit where it's basically like a real nasty conversation. It's basically like the kind of nasty fights that we have in the hood between Levi. I'm doing a video, Levi. Go in the room, go daddy room and hang out. I'll see you later. I'm almost done. We're about to go outside, okay? So it's like a record where basically they're having a fight, but it's in rhyme, right? When I first heard it was very jarring and like, hard to listen to. But of course, as time goes on, I was able to kind of get past that. And it's not a record that I'm going to live to, but I can appreciate it more. But that's not what we're doing in battle rap. You can have certain parts that maybe niggas didn't get. You can have parts that people will appreciate more. But a lot of things people have to kind of be able to get in the moment, okay? And we can never downplay. This is the art of simplicity. Simplicity is also a path. It's one to pass a battle rap because again, because it's language. Do you want the person to be able to understand you, or do you want to revel in the fact that, oh my God, I'm so smart. The way I said that was so intelligent. Oh my God, I sound so smart. No, 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 no. I've done it. Let me stop this shaking. Oh goodness, getting shaky, baby. I was telling my boy that I was like, listen, I've done that where I did something called ego writing, where in my mind I thought it was. You see my hands. In my mind, I thought it was hot. And it might have been good. And also, going back to what Goodz was doing, Goodz didn't do anything wrong in this battle. He was not aggressive enough. He did not plan enough, right? Didn't plan enough, and he didn't relate to the crowd. They for one, it'd be something different if they didn't know he was going to do that. They knew. They knew he was going to do that. And also, another point I heard Chris Unbiased bring up is that it's a few things. One, you're from New York. You're from New York and whatnot. And I'm from the area. I'm not saying I hate New Yorkers, but New Yorkers don't give off the best vibe. They don't make people feel good to me. I'm just saying, I got a lot of cool dudes I know from New York. I'm just saying that you're not known for like making people feel good about meeting y'all and being around y'all. You know what I mean? Because again, it's one of the richest places in the world. Even the hoods in New York cost mad money to live in. You know, and even in the hood in New York, people are still dressed to the freaking nines, you know, in comparison to the rest of the country. So people can't relate to these things, and like, you know, you can't, you know, talk about these kind of things without including a part where you empower the room. Like one of my first times when I battled, you know, like I put my degree out, I didn't know what I was doing. I think I was rapping versus, you know, young guy and whatnot. I was new to this, so. You know, again, I tried something and it didn't work. You know, and of course, in hindsight, I get why it didn't work. Nigga, you're in the hood room. Who cares about your degree in the hood room? And not only that, it wasn't a bar. I didn't know how to make it like a haymaker. I didn't know how. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was good in that battle, but like I didn't understand. You have to relate to the crowd. You're not. These people aren't here to see you. They're not here to see you yet, right? And but anyway, going back to the Goodz battle. Relatability, you cannot lose relatability, okay? And you can't, you know, again, no one wants to hear you jack yourself off up there. Just congratulate yourself. Not only that, we can never, and this is as men in general. Lux got a song called Warriors, and this is old guy talking in the beginning. He says, you got to be a warrior. You got your blood got to still be able to boil. You can't get too far removed from that. Now, again, we will be too far removed because we don't have actual wars that we fight anymore, and danger is not like a reoccurring thing unless you choose to be in that kind of life, or the neighborhood you live in is just that bad. But that's still not an everyday thing where you're going to have to actually, if you have a gun in the home, you have to use it on a regular basis, or if you have to carry a firearm, you're using it all the time, or you're always about to use it. That's not what's going on. But there was no warrior in Goodz rhymes. I didn't hear no warrior. I didn't hear no fight. I didn't hear, you know, like, you know what he's going to talk. Why are you talking about money so much? You know how he going to talk. Goodz should have been touching on the situation with Eazy's girl. You know what I mean? Should have been touching on how long it took him to get on, like from 2013 to now. About the whole it factor thing, like there's so many, because again, because Eazy is still like a regular dude, so it's so many angles to attack him on in terms of, you know, of what Goodz does. But if you, like, again, we all got software systems. We all have software and we have operating systems. And if we don't keep updating our operating system, what happens to your computer? It can be the best computer in the world. But that operating system is not updated. What happens to your apps? How does the computer run? It runs bad, right? Same thing with your phone. Why do you think your phone is always asking you to update? So that the operating system can update itself, and so we can get all the bugs out so your phone can run good. These artists are like people who reject the update. They log into the computer and it says, please schedule a time to update to Windows 11 or to do updates. Sir, stop coming in here. So you know what, he trying to be a part of the culture. We make so much noise. And these artists are not getting their update. Goodz, go get your update. Lux, get your update. And another thing, I'm hearing Mook better stay far away from Eazy da Block Captain. Very far away from Eazy da Block Captain. I love Mook. I want to see Mook do good and stuff like that. But these artists, the vets, are never gonna, again, bro, like you can't tell someone who's beat the game how to play the game. It's hard for them to understand. So that's why they actually rap like pretty much like, imagine, like kind of like Neo in the Matrix after he's beat the Matrix. Like they're like still in the Matrix. They already won. They beat Agent Anderson and kind of hanging around. Imagine what that would be like. There's no more like for example, like they put, man, listen, Matrix 4 was so trashed. I forgot the plot. But Neo is kind of still in the Matrix, and these people are kind of like left over because they've already beat the game. You know, you okay? Levi, go play in the room. Go play in the room. Go play in the room, man. I'm coming, okay? I'm coming. I'm almost done. And they're kind of like left over, you know. And again, Mook's beat the game. He was one of the first people to beat the game, okay? Before you can beat the game, to the point where he is the end boss. But the thing is, again, y'all haven't done what you have to do to upkeep or to keep up your status. I'm like, Lux lost to Geechee. You know what I'm saying? Mook lost to Reed. I mean, in a place he should have been battling at. Why'd y'all have Mook and Reed on the big stage? So with Eazy, it's too much to go off of. The only chance Mook has to beat Eazy da Block Captain, this is crazy. I hate saying that. Because it's not that Eazy's a better rapper than Mook. It wasn't that Geechee was even better than Lux. It's just that y'all don't come outside. And y'all don't take warm-up battles. Before Goodz battled Cassidy, he battled Gage. Before Averb battled Lux, he battled Gage. Actually, he battled Gage. Like, he had a battle before that. Before Averb battled Mook, he battled He battled Twerk. He had just had Twerk and Pat Stay. So even though, again, that's Vegan Verb. Vegan Verb don't throw punches. Vegan Verb, and man, listen. I think the last time we saw Room Shaker Verb was the 2-on-2 with him and Hitman Holla versus Briz and T-Top. When he said, I steal, let the steel rip. I am Logan this time. I've been in my garden with clovers and vines. Like, that was the last time. You know, when we heard him do clear, good double entendres, that wasn't, you know, it's like, this is poetry verb. I'm so tired of poetry verb because poetry verb still talk like Gunsmoke verb. And it's like, it'd be something different if, you just moved away from the gun bars a little bit, but you give me like really dope lyrics. I like how verb raps. It's just not a battle. A battle don't feel like a battle unless you giving people, you telling someone about themselves and making good points about them. You in their space. You're aggressive. You know what I mean? You know, you have good similes, good wordplay, good references, good, you know what I'm saying, good phrasing. Okay? It's not, and I'm gonna give you right there, the closest we got to that was A Verb versus Eazy, but Verb was still struggling to put together like simple punches. You know, and again, listen, I study this stuff, man. It's very hard to think on a high level without getting saturated fat, magnesium, zinc, B vitamin, selenium, that's vitamin D, all these things that we get from animal products. When we're not getting that, it's hard to think on a high level. I mean, listen, if you feel as though you got it, all right, cool. I'm not gonna argue with you about it, but let's look at where Verb was at in terms of how you liked his battles. I mean, I don't, you know, like when he battled Mook, yeah, we kind of wanted him to beat Mook and whatnot, so I heard his rounds a few times, but versus Lux, like, the first time I watched it, I thought Verb might have got it. Verb got the last round. But Lux first round, it's a debatable battle. But listen, I'll go as far as saying a simpler Verb would have beat Lux. Let me tell you something. And this is what I'm on right now as a battle rapper. I'm not overthinking. I'm already smart. I know I'm really smart. I know I'm very intelligent. I have no desire to try to overcomplicate my message and what I have to say. I'm getting straight to it. You know, but we can't leave that dog energy because people want to watch a dog fight. They want to see a street fight. They want to feel like some shit could happen. Okay, that's what they want to feel like. When we don't have that intensity, when you're not writing the kill, then what's going to happen? That's why the battles come out like this, because you're not writing the kill, man. Goodz that he wasn't writing to get Eazy out of here, you know. And I think maybe he overthought it, but there's so many factors that played into why he didn't get this W. I still think Goodz was very good and everything, but again, the aggression wasn't there. He wasn't on his ass enough, wasn't on his helmet enough, and he wasn't aggressive enough. You know what I mean? There was too much prettiness in the battle. Real talk, for someone like Eazy, when you on that level, you gotta let people all black. Listen, how you dress it means something. All black. You know what I mean? All black, hoodie down. You know what I mean? Like you getting ready to shoot hoops, so you going to the gym, or you about to run 6 miles. You know what I mean? You gotta go up there looking like, I'm not saying you gotta look hard, but you gotta look like I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready to train. I'm training for. I'm hungry. You know, and all the artists get away from being hungry. And listen, I get it, but it's not like no one's gonna say anything if you lose the battle. So listen, we all human beings, and we only can do but so much, and you know what I mean. So I'm not too mad about it. It's just that I don't like seeing people lose battles that they could win, you know, and or not even that. We gotta also be always talking about logic, okay, and strengthening our logic so we can understand. Okay, like, all right, well, what went wrong here, and what's the core reason, the core issue that, you know what I mean, or the core reason of why things went wrong. Okay, so I know we kind of went over a few subjects and whatnot, but I think Verb was saying Eazy can't beat Mook. Only way that Mook gonna stand a chance is if he battle in a smart room, and I don't think that Mook gonna battle. I don't think Eazy's gonna take him in a smart room. I don't think Eazy even want to take Mook at this point. So I mean, we here in Calico, and I think that'd be good too. I think that probably will go different because they do a similar thing, but Cal's outside more, and Cal has been rejiggering that style, like since the Geechee battle, the Surf battle, and the chess battle. Woo! Like, those were very well-written battles, and he's not over-punching or overdoing it. Like, he's taking what he does, and now it's an updated version again, and like what he's also doing. That's another thing, too. Another path is logic. It's when you make so much goddamn sense that it's just hard. Like when you said, I sent a bitch to come. I can't say the line, but he was saying basically, I sent my girl to dead you. She'll say it was a rape case. Oh no. He said I'll have my girl fucking raw and then dead you. Tell the cops it was a rape case to have the case closed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it right, but that was like the gist of the line. I'm like, that's mad logical. He's like, I'm gonna have my girl smash you raw, then she gonna dead you after that, and then she gonna go to the cops and say it was a rape, and then the case get closed. I'm like, wow, that's logic. You know, like it remind me of the third part of the Baki John, where Yujiro, Baki's father, is fighting the Grand Kaiyo. The Grand Kaiyo was like 140 years old. And the Grand Kaiyo is like talking about how martial arts is ultimate reason, ultimate logic, right? Whereas Yujiro's style is more so all about strength. And so they're kind of opposites, but the Grand Kaiyo was getting with Yujiro. He's like really giving him the smoke, like he's 140 years old, but he's showing you my technique is so good, my approach is so good that I'm able to fight the strongest man in the world. Now he ain't beat Yujiro or whatever. He wasn't going to beat him, but he was giving it to him and chasing him around and everything, like, you know, because he hit Yujiro so hard, Yujiro flew across the arena. You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy. But again, it's showing you, listen, my technique is so good. Okay, so that's another path to master, is the path of logic. Okay. But anyway, and I've been wanting to give out this video for a couple of days now. Happy to see you all, and I'll be getting with y'all on the next one. 6 paths of health. It's the 6 paths commandments.